The gentleman from Kentucky, the distinguished ranking member, Mr. Comer, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Okafor, you are a certified firearms instructor who specializes in training women. You've stated that already. What would you say to people who want to restrict the purchase and use of guns like AR-15s?
I would say for all this talk about manhood, et cetera, again, that the stats show that of the 8 million new gun owners that we had just in the last couple years, almost half of them are women. So we're talking about women here. We're talking about women who are also AR-15 gun owners as well. And because I've seen in my experience as an instructor and as a woman as well, that it is far easier to hold and use a AR-15 without having to worry about the recoil that comes with having a smaller handheld firearm. So it's been able to absorb a lot of that impact, and it's been therefore something that a lot of my female students are happy to have.
In your opinion, would gun control policies to prevent the sale or possession of AR-15 rifles impact everyone equally, or are there some groups who would be more impacted than others?
As we found in history over and over again, whether it's legitimately because they're trying to put forth laws that are explicitly against, for example, African Americans. We can look at history from slave codes to black codes that restricted African Americans from even having a firearm, to in just the last couple of decades even, or rather the last century rather, from the civil rights era, Jim Crow laws, that we found that whether it's explicitly African Americans or explicitly minority groups or explicitly those who are unable to afford a firearm and the restrictions that come with it, that it primarily impacts those communities that are the most vulnerable and defenseless for a number of reasons and need some type of firearm but are unable to because of the financial restrictions and training barriers that come with gun restriction.